Hey everyone, it's Frederick Kramer here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about an activity that has an insane amount of leverage, probably $1,000 per hour. When you're more advanced, probably more like $10,000 per hour, and that probably nobody of your competition is actually doing. Before we get into that, my name is Frederick Kramer and I'm on a mission to revolutionize productivity by helping agencies almost double, triple or quadruple the speed at which they get rich. So without further ado, let's get into that and quickly tell you what's actually going on there. So the activity that I'm talking about is doing nothing. And this is not just the casual, I'm taking like something off for today, I'm not going to like work or something, like talking to other people. It's intentionally going on a walk between like you actually working, right? So for example, you just did like a sales call, you still want to do something for the clients, just take like 1 hour in between that and just like take a walk somewhere. Of course, when it's in nature, it's like more relaxing because nobody's like interrupting you or something, and like not any sounds or something. It can be anywhere, nature is really powerful. And then what you want to do is you just want to like think about your business, right? It sounds really weird, you're probably going to think, oh, what the fuck is he talking about, so low leverage, I'm not going to do that. The people that actually will do that are probably just going to destroy you. I just want to tell you that for the beginning, right? Because when you actually, like in your mind, there's a certain like mechanism. I read it in the book Psycho-Cybernetics. I forgot like how I think it was called like goal striving mechanism or something. So something in your unconscious that just wants to achieve goals for you, and that's automatically automating for that. Of course, there are other forces in your unconscious that limit you from actually becoming successful, which is, I don't want to drift off into mindset work here, but there's something where when you do nothing, you're automatically going to think about productive things for your business. And the crazy thing is, when you're working so much every day, all day, as most SMMA owners do, or like CEOs do, is you're actually so zoomed in into the work that you you're literally like here, but you can't see the full picture, and you can't see really important things that you could just like quickly change, will like move the needle a lot, basically. I wanted to say something fancy right now, but my English like vocabulary isn't like on point, fucking like C3 whatever like language level. Anyway, so you just think about your business, your current bottlenecks especially, and I personally do this automatically because I get so much like unclarity as soon as I'm working on some like, literally it probably happens to me like every single day that I'm just like so confused with the things that I'm actually doing. Not because I'm stupid, but just because I'm really sensitive to like having multiple things in my life and multiple processes working at once, that I don't get like 100% what's working everywhere. I'm also like, for some reason, the person always that's asking like the most questions on something. I still I don't believe just because I don't get something, but because like I need to get something to like 100% to actually know that it's working right. And of course sometimes that's just bullshit, and I believe that I don't get something but I actually do get it, and it's just like a bit weird, right? I don't want to drift off into that, but you just want to think about your bottleneck. So let's make it more specific. You're currently like changing something in your sales process, and then you know like just intentionally think about like your calls. What are you doing there? What is like really important there? What are you maybe doing wrong? Something for your service delivery, what's not working there? Okay, that is not working. Okay, why is that not working? Right, like just breaking everything down. Right, basically, you think like, hey, okay, what can I improve with my business, or what's currently the problem? Then you're like, okay, I have my like service like appointment booking, I have my sales, I have my service delivery, maybe like some things with operations as well, and then you just like go through them like one by one. And going through acquisition means like going through smaller things there. Maybe it's outbound and inbound, or it's just outbound, but then you have multiple channels where you're reaching out. Maybe you have setters that are doing something, right? You can just like go through everything like one by one and think what's actually happening there. And that actually honestly probably takes you like way less than 1 hour. But the reason why that's like a $1,000 per hour activity is because you're going to find like so many things that you can quickly decide, like so many like small things that you'll just pick up on that save you a huge amount of time, right? Let's say you're just thinking of one thing during that entire hour in your setting process, maybe a certain way where your setters can improve their delivery for a certain video that they send to your prospects or something, and that is improving the total appointment booking rate by just like 0.5 percentile, right? So you maybe like you go from like 2% appointment booking rate to 2.5% appointment booking rate, right? And when they send like all together, send like, let's say like 5,000 outreaches or something, and you improve that, or let's say 4,000, right? And they improve that by like half a percentile, they're going to book you like 20 calls per month more, right? And even when you just close one of them and you're only making $1,000 per sale, then you already made like 1,000 hours per that hour what you just like thought about, right? Of course, it's extremely unrealistic that you only just close one of these calls, and it's also more realistic that setters at some point are going to send like more outreach than that. And of course, you're probably going to also pick up on more things in your business that you can improve, right? So it might actually be like a $20,000 per hour activity or something. So thinking long term, that's really going to like, it's actually crazy how much we as humans are actually like doing all the time without actually like seeing the big picture. And it's really, really important that you do that frequently, because if you like just the power of like seeing one thing and thinking like, oh, that's really stupid, I should maybe actually change that, versus not seeing it and actually like doing it for like 3 more weeks or something, it's crazy, right? Like you can see something once and save yourself like 3 weeks or something, or like 3 months, maybe even years, where you just have like followed that process frequently, right? And like always as well, like thinking like, how can I make this as simple as possible, right? And just like removing stuff there. And by the way, of course, it's also going to like naturally like give you some relaxation and some more energy for the later work, and it's quite refreshing. But just like thinking about these like high leverage things is really important. And by the way, when you think about these things and you're done thinking about them, right? So you just went over all your processes and you know, okay, now I'm finished. I thought about everything I could come up with right now. Then you know that you're finished, and in your mind that task is sort of like closed, right? Because then when you finish with working, you know that you don't need to think about like some like crazier things in your business. Of course, unconsciously you'll still like get these thoughts, but you can just tell yourself like, no, I just went about everything like, I don't know, like today's afternoon or something, right? And then you can actually relax because you don't need to like think about all these things, right? The main problem as a CEO, of course, you can like change like when like decide like when do you want to work, how much do you want to work, but the problem is just that we're just obsessing over so many things like when we're not working, and it's taking a lot of sort of like brain points away. Honestly, I don't want to make this video way longer. I just want to recommend you, honestly, like if you were like in my coaching right now or something, I'll just tell you that you have to do this because it's so important. But of course, it's YouTube, you didn't pay anything, so I can just recommend you to do that, right? Just tomorrow or the day after that, just take 1 hour to intentionally think about your business, and also intentionally not think about your business in the hours where you actually want to relax. Also really important. But just go about all the things in your business, think like, what is actually in my business? Okay, this process, this process, this process. What can I improve there? What processes are not working as much as they want? Which ones are in KPI? Just think about these things, and the deeper you go there, the more you like what I talked about, like right, you have like this here, but then you go like from like process one, like appointment booking, sales, service delivery. Okay, we have that, we have onboarding here, we have that here, and then you can go like break it down like further and further. If you think about all these things, it's probably not going to actually take you that long, because you may be thinking like, okay, onboarding, well, onboarding is working quite well right now. Okay, but next step, right? It doesn't need to be like actually take you like an entire hour, but it's going to save you a huge amount of headaches in the future, because you just will find certain things that will get you further, and also make you just like a lot more money, right? Because you actually will start focusing on the things that move the needle. And yeah, it's just extremely refreshing. You can probably do this technically every day or like twice a week or something, and it's really, really powerful, right? And you should be doing this, because most of the people in your competition just think like, oh yeah, work, right? I need to like get more done. People like posting on Instagram like, here, look like how it actually looks like building a company. Set like a timer there from like 3 p.m. to 3 p.m. and you see like the people are just working all the time. It's not that high leverage, and you're just like punching your body all the time until it finally breaks, right? And you get into burnout state, and you're suddenly not productive at all anymore. So yeah, it's really important that you do that. So yeah, just do it. Just do it. Really important, right? I cannot tell you more here. Just do it, right? And follow the process that I explained. By the way, if you want to scale an agency, but at the end of each day you feel like you could have done 10 times more, there's a link in the description where you can check out how we can help you beyond these videos. It doesn't matter to me really if you click that or not. What matters to me is that your time is being saved. So I just wanted to leave that door open. And yeah, I really appreciate you watching this video to the end. If you want YouTube to recommend you more videos of a quite tired guy that's staring into the camera all the time talking about such things in business, then of course you can feel free to like, subscribe and comment on this video. And yeah, really appreciate you watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.